Bring it up, coming up. In 2 seconds I'm running. Top private, quick kiss in his cheek. Running, fighting sins. Giving it up, coming to your race. Riding in until I fall on my face. And I wake up, I wake up, I wake up. Rising up.
trust you? Can I trust you?
Break me down and make me weak again. After all, I called you my best friend. And up in here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down. Up in here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me
Welcome everyone to the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup. I'm your co-host Chelsea, joined by the lovely Luz. Luz, how you doing today?
I am doing really well, Chelsea. We are having a lovely time at Fortress Melbourne in the Alienware Arena, getting ready for this beautiful event, hanging out with everyone here. We've got getting prepared for what we think is just going to be a really awesome Fortnite no builds event. I'm just honestly having the greatest time. How are you doing, Chelsea?
I'm doing great. As you said, as soon as we stepped into the Alienware Arena, we got to meet some of the team and competing today, actually. And I'm super excited that this is going to turn out to be a fun-shaped event.
I totally agree, and I think that's just because everyone is here with the same vibe of wanting to spread a really positive message. And that's the message that Maybelline New York is pushing the mission of giving all people the self-confidence to express their own beauty, so to play and to make change. So Maybelline New York are wanting to say no to discrimination, to bullying and harassment, not just online, but everywhere. And so what we want to do is empower those that feel vulnerable to have the confidence to say, eyes up, and honestly just call out harassment wherever you see it, whether it's online, whether it's in person, but especially for those who feel like they can't speak up for themselves. But obviously, you know, Maybelline can't do this all by themselves. They have a beautiful partner with them here today. Chelsea, would you be able to tell us about them?
Absolutely. As you said, Maybelline has partnered up with Reach Out to bring together the Brave Together campaign. And this is all about destigmatizing the conversation around depression and anxiety. So what this event has basically accumulated to is, again, the Eyes Up Cup, which will have 32 female identifying players who are competing in venue and some also online as well. And they'll be competing in a one-of-a-kind Fortnite map. Now, I don't want to put too many spoilers out there, but it is New York theme, and you guys are going to see it very soon. And as you said earlier, it is duo. So we do have some teams that will be competing for a 10K prize pool.
Yes, we are. And the best thing about that 10K prize pool is that that was also a matched $10,000 donation from Maybelline to Reach Out for this event. So as we look at these teams, we're going to talk about some of the team captains we have. So ahead of this, we interviewed a couple of our team captains to get to know them and get to know what their streams are looking like. So would you like to start us off, Chelsea?
Yeah, absolutely. First off the bat, we've got Team Panda. Now, we've asked them a range of questions to provide a small description about themselves, maybe a goal, and maybe if they've competed competitively before. Team Panda mainly plays Fortnite with a little bit of Minecraft and Valorant on the side, and they have played some late game tourneys and have played in a few duo cash cups around a year ago. So we're seeing the team basically compete in Fortnite again.
So next up, we've got Team Queen Bee. So Queen Bee has been a variety streamer with all genres of games. She really loves scary games because she just loves to enjoy the challenge. Her next milestone is a big 5K followers with the hope and dream of hitting the bigger numbers as she grows. She wants everyone who watches her stream to feel comfortable when they game and have fun. So being a part of this event is something she's really honored to be a part of alongside Maybelline.
And then we got Team Natalia on a mission to represent people like herself, LGBTQI+, female and mama. She's also competing in her 5th invitational tournament. So I think we're seeing a bit of a balance of people who play casually and people who like to play competitively.
That's it. I think we've got some sweaty Fortnite players here, mixed with a good mix of just fun influencers, fun streamers, people who are just here to support the really good mission that Maybelline is trying to push. So next up, we've got Team Chopsticks. So Chopsticks has been streaming for just about 3 years. She has successfully built a community of over 250,000 people. So her goal was to create a space of people where they could go when they're lonely, bored, or just need a type of distraction from their lives. She has participated in multiple content creator tournaments, placing 3rd, 1st, or top 5 multiple times, and just really doing a fantastic job in all avenues of Fortnite.
Awesome. And then next on the bat, we've got Coco Down Under. Has played Fortnite and a few other games in between. So she's got that FPS background, but she also plays story games. And this is her first invitational match. So she's a bit out of her comfort zone, but very excited for the new experience.
Next up, we've got Team Kate. I am noticing that some of the names we have here are not on the screen in front of you, so I apologize, but we're going to talk about them anyway, especially Kate, who I am personally a fan of. Very sweet girl. She plays many different games when she streams. She mainly has a focus on FPS. She loves a bit of PUBG, a bit of Rainbow Six, but she also has a background in genetics, so she talks about all kind of things in her streams, ranging from science, games, fashions, honestly, whatever comes to the mind at the current moment. But her main goal as a content creator is to create a bigger and greater community of like-minded people. She knows it sounds simple, but over the years, she thinks it's been great to grow a community that holds the same values as her.
And next off the bat, we got LLK. Her main game is Fortnite, and gaming has changed her life for the better, and she knows this tournament will inspire other people to do better.
All right, after that, we are going to move into more of the tournament rules so you guys can get a bit of a grasp on what the tournament today is going to look like, what the map is going to look like, and what the structure of it all is going to be.
Absolutely. Let's dive into it. So we have 5 matches to compete for, 16 teams of duos, as we've said previously, and the scoring. Now, you might notice that we have placement scoring for first, second, and third. So obviously, the higher you place, the more points you get, and that accumulates toward the end. But that doesn't stop there. There will also be points for elimination. So we are catering to both the aggressive players and the players that are just going to kind of hide out at the end. Yeah, see if they can get some placement. There's multiple ways to win. And again, as you can see, there is a cash prize of $10,000 for first, second, third, $6,000 for first, $3,000 for second, and $1,000 for third. And that prize pool is being matched by
Maybelline donating to Reach Out, just as I said before. They are matching that $10,000, putting it to Reach Out because they want to support young people's mental health. Again, as you said earlier, break the stigma about talking about it. Now, there's a few extra points that they can grab. So every player elimination is an extra point alongside these first, second, third placements. Is there anything else you want to talk about the map, Chelsea? I know we hopped on and played a little bit earlier this week. The girls in the tournament haven't looked at the map yet, so we have a little bit of insider info. What do you think about it?
The map is absolutely stunning and really speaks to the DNA of Maybelline New York. You'll be seeing it later on, and we will have a little bit of commentary around it, but essentially it encapsulates everything that is New York. So there is a Times Square, there is urban artwork, and there is even a subway.
It is a little subway. And one of the best parts is that Maybelline have put in some of their own iconic mascara lines. So we have 3 special items that the girls playing today will be looking for. So we have first up, the Colossal Curl Bounce, which will be yellow, which will be a low gravity boost. Next up, we have the Sky High Lengthener, which will be pink, and that gives you a really nice speed boost.
Absolutely. And then we've got the Purple Falsies Lash, which is a forward lunge. And as we're going to be seeing in this competition, it is extremely important to collect all 3. There are actually different abilities, obviously, as we touched on before, that it will contribute to your strategy. It will make you a better player. And so you don't get picked off too easily. And we'll see very early on, they spawn and they spawn regularly, but it will be hot to compete for.
Yeah, so the map, it's super cool. It's in a small space, so we haven't got this big, wide open Fortnite map that you'd usually see. Again, we mentioned earlier, it is a no builds. We also have no fall damage going on in this map. And we don't have the endless supply of items that we would usually have in a normal game. It is a smaller amount. There aren't any of the new augments. Would you like to take us through any of that, Chelsea? Any of the items that you're looking forward to seeing?
Absolutely. As you did touch on, there is a few differences. We're not landing in our old regular Fortnite map, but we are going to be experiencing Chapter 4 weapons, but not the full range. We won't be having augments. There'll be no fall damage, and there also won't be a hammer. You'll also be seeing a return of remote detonations, which I'm excited to see how that integrates into the gameplay, but we'll have snipers, we'll have rifles, we'll have impulse grenades. There will be a range of different weapons and gadgets that will contribute to all gameplay styles.
Yeah, and you know what we got there? We have the Excalibur as well, which is going to be very fun to see, especially in this small map. You know, there are so many different strats. It's going to be very interesting to see what these girls do. You know, they haven't seen this map, so they're going to jump in first go and have to figure out straight away what they think the best strat is. You know, Chelsea and I have an idea of what we think is the best way to go. We're not going to leak it yet. We might wait until the first round. We don't want to give any spoilers to the girls, but it's going to be fun to see what direction they go in. And like how quick the eliminations are straight away. Like I wonder if the girls will be dropping in on top of each other straight away.
Absolutely. And while we are waiting for our ladies to team up and get into the lobby, we can kind of speak to that a little bit more. As you said, we have played in this map before, and it's just so different. It's very different in the sense that it is such a casual tournament, and there are positive attributes that are going to welcome some of these women who are playing Fortnite for the first time. And as you said, we're going to be seeing different play styles. I know personally, I play Fortnite every week. So when I dropped in that map, within the first 2 rounds, I was like, I'm going to see a little bit of repeating patterns for how this like gameplay is going to be going and how maybe some of these experienced players will probably interact with the map. But other than that, actually, we did see some hiding spots.
We did. I mean, it was really fun. I'll be honest. I'll be straight up, guys. I'm not a huge Fortnite player. We're leaning on Chelsea for this one. But she took me and she took me around the map. And it was so interesting to hear the way that straight away she found all those fun little hiding spots in the map. Straight away she found those power-ups and like how she would use them. Straight away she just sat me down. She was like a teacher. She was like, all right, Lauren, if I jumped into this map, this is where I would be going. I'm like running behind her like, like figuring out what to do, and she's like, up here, come up here, I found a special spot. It's going to be really fun. I think it's just going to be cool watching the girls figure out their own play styles, because I think there are so many play styles for this. Obviously, as we were saying earlier, you know, we have some of the more sweaty people playing. We've had the people who have actually played competitive Fortnite. We have the people who stream Fortnite all the time, or we have the people who play completely other games. But I don't think not playing Fortnite is going to give people a huge disadvantage in this event. I really think the map is so inventive and so fun that you can find so many different ways to give your team a leg up, especially in those early few games, because there are only 5 matches. So if you can get a leg up in those first few matches when people don't really know what they're doing and get your team ahead with those points, you've just set yourself a home run, basically.
Absolutely. And let's actually talk a little bit more about this map. It was built by Alliance. Yeah, it was built by Alliance, and it was actually built by a female creator. Something that was just only briefly spoken about before the stream, but thought was incredible to touch on, that every part of this event has been touched on by women, and it was so important to the team behind this that women contribute to this event.
Yeah, I mean, Alliance have made so many beautiful maps. I mean, they've done stuff alongside Epic Games. They've made stuff for big YouTubers like Lachlan. They've done stuff for Power. You know, they have made all these beautiful maps. They did stuff for the Tones and I in-game event. They did stuff for the Kid Leroy event. So you know that the moment this map loads in, all of you are going to see top tier, upper echelon map creation. You're going to see nice little moments of like obscure graffiti. Did we mention the subway? There's a whole subway system, which is going to cause some really tight, squishy moments where some really fun fights are going to break out. I honestly think that everyone is going to be so entertained by this map. I think we're going to have such a good time here. I'm really excited to get into it.
Absolutely. And again, while we wait for these women's to get into their lobbies, while we wait for the women to get into their lobbies, I thought it'd be important just to go back and touch on some of the statistics that Maybelline has provided to us, and also their partner Reach Out. Let me just have a little bit of a read, because we think it's really important to irradiate the actual mission. Maybelline has reached out for the Brave Together campaign, which is a global initiative committed to destigmatizing, say that 5 times fast. Destigmatizing the conversation around anxiety and depression. And Reach Out is basically there to help young people feel better about today, the future, no matter the challenge they're facing.
Now, you guys can also, if you're ever feeling down, you can Google the Reach Out peer chat for a free and confidential discussion with one of Reach Out's peer workers who have their own experiences with mental health. They can talk to you so you're not alone. You know, after friends and family, the internet is the first place many people go to talk about mental health. So there's always so many avenues and places for you to go, especially if you're experiencing harassment online. You know, the last thing you want is to come home from a long day at work, a long day at school, you're exhausted, you're tired, you just want to hop on and play some Fortnite, but someone's not being very nice to you. And sometimes, you know, you think you can just log off, but sometimes day after day that can really get you down. So you're never alone. Look up those avenues. Go to reachout.com, talk to your friends, talk to your mates. You're never alone.
Absolutely. And again, with the Brave Together campaign that has the partnership between Maybelline and Reach Out, they actually created this amazing campaign video that touches on the treatment that women do receive in gaming. Now, they've done an experiment where basically they had men compete with voice modulators that sounded like women, and they just had these men compete like normal, talking game like normal, and a lot of these male influencers did not get the reaction that they expected.
No, I think that's the thing. Until you're actually in the position yourself, you always think like, oh yeah, I understand that harassment exists, but until it actually happens to you and at the magnitude that it generally does, it's hard to understand. But if you guys go online and look up the video through their eyes on the Maybelline website and watch it, it is really eye-opening because truly it is just two men who put on a voice changer and experience some really horrendous harassment, but the horrendous thing about it is that is what most women experience every day online. And so this is why Maybelline and Reach Out have put this beautiful event together and are ready to just have some fun. Like, we're having all this harassment online. Why not come together and play a bit of Fortnite and have fun?
Absolutely.
What more could you want?
No, exactly. I mean, I wish I got paid to win Fortnite. Like my victorials, I just sit watching my crowns, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
let's queue
can
up
I
for
get
the
some
next
money
game.
for this?
Yeah. But as we did touch on earlier, we are competing from the Alienware Arena, and we do have players in venue. And as you said, Loz, you did recognize a few of these players. Based on the information that we had, do you think that there's any players that, you know, stand out to you that might be contributing to this first, second, third prize pool?
Looking at the gals on stage, I'm definitely recognizing Fasfi, who I know is a big Fortnite player. I think she is going to do an excellent job. I'm recognizing Oasis as well, who has done a lot of Fortnite. Paladin Amber as well has done a lot of campaigns. And I think, like, now getting into this beautiful Maybelline Eyes Up Cup map, looking like New York, made by Alliance, I think, honestly, it could be anyone's game.
Beautiful. No, I absolutely agree. And as you can see, we're seeing a fly-through of the map that these women will be competing in. How exciting. Again, I do agree there's a few players in here that I know have competed competitively. But also have competed casually. So while we wait to get into lobby, let's have a look at this map, this fly-through, which is just flying through, actually.
Throw through back to us. I think we should take a look at us for a moment because we're on screen. No, we're just having a bit of tech issues. So as we're having tech issues, we're just going to keep chatting. We're going to talk about the event. We're going to keep talking about Maybelline. Keep talking about the cool map.
We're here to entertain you.
We are. We actually are here to entertain you. This is what we're here to do. So I think the girls are just hopping in and like testing it out, making sure that everyone can get into the game safely and make sure it's an even match, because the last thing you want to do is have someone have the leg up because they don't have equal playing field because of tech issues.
Absolutely. And as you kind of briefly saw in the last little video footage of the fly-through that we saw, you got a glimpse of what the lobby looks like. And the lobby basically houses all the players. And it's like a little well-designed room. It goes up over some of those power-ups that you were discussing earlier, the 3 Maybelline collectible eyelashes. And again, like, just...
There are just so many avenues for us to have a good time in this event. It's going to be so unique. And look, guys, we're just having a bit of tech issues, so we're just going to throw to a break. We'll be back ASAP. Don't run away. We'll be back very soon.
We can take my lamb out. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django.
Can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. I can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop. Okay.
Gonna take you on a ride. We're gonna burn through the night. Why you so salty?
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my lamb out. I'll put on a tight show. You sure you can handle? We be faster than Django. Can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop.
calls you my best friend. And up in here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down and make me weak again. After all, I called you my best friend. And up in here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down.
Stop this. Stop this out. Stop this out. Stop this. Stop this. Stop this out.
I've been thinking, 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 I've been thinking about you. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 이 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 here with me. 나도 괜찮겠지 다른 애들보다 내가 훨씬 단단하게 걸어가면 다들 속닥 속닥 My confidence is shooting through the roof 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐 있으면 해 here with me 가득 심장이면 please tell me 빨리 고백해볼까 눈 감고 말해볼까 미치겠어 only you 이런 건 처음이야 너무 숨이 참나 I've been thinking about it I've been thinking about you boy Yeah, yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about, yeah, yeah. 내 맘 아는 사람 손으로 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 내 맘 아는 사람 손으로 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. Hey, boy, I can sleep at night. So 내가 한번 해봐 이리 와서. Hey, boy, I can sleep at night. So 내가 한번 해봐 이리 와서. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. Watch me walk away, putting myself on display. 1, 2, 3 a day. I'm on my way, on my way. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. They wanna judge me, I'll testify. Catch me on Insta, I'm verified. They want me quiet, I amplify. I'm on my way to the best thing that you've ever seen. You know that you bow to the queen. You lose all your senses and reason. I'll give you something to believe in. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. On my way, on my way. On my way, on my way. Yeah, OMW. Nothing left to prove. So enjoy the view, taking a picture like Malibu. I'ma have you on tiptoes, watching my diamond afterglow. I know you wanna take me home. I'm on my way, on my way. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. OMW, on my way to you. Good at what I do. I'm OMW. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take note, raise a toast to the goat, yeah. Body be dripping in Fendi, part of my nose with that Fenty. Money on me, I got plenty. Hundreds, 50s, and 20s. Stage that, lot of them, rags. House by the lake, bought that. I ops to the brakes, draw back. Paddock on my wrist, I'ma hit 'em with a drip drip. They gon' pay the VIP to get a pic with me. I'm a star. Brand new keys to the car. I'm the boss and the king and the czar. Got 'em so high, so addicted. Telling me I'm the only queen of his heart. Guess I let you co-star. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the sauce overflow. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the sauce overflow. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no raise a toast to the goal. Yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma be the best. You can bet I got the recipe. Mastermind creator of this high vibe energy. Only thing I'm loyal to is building a legacy. So quit testing me. Lot of commas in the bank, I'm a provider. Tell the amateurs stay in their lane, ain't no outsider. Bought a mansion in LA, right next to Mariah. Write a song, get filthy paid, price going high. Yeah, I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the sauce overflow. Yeah, if I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take no raise a toast to the goal. Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup. If you're just joining us in now, you're coming in at a great time because we're heading straight into round one of 5.
And here we are getting finally into this beautiful Maybelline New York map. This is created again by Alliance. Now, looking down at this, you will see that this is basically replicating New York City. So if you can take a look, you'll see little iconic places like Times Square. There are some little specific places. There are some little subways. You can get up high. Obviously, you know, there are the high-rise buildings. There are a lot of little nook and crannies, little alleyways that all the girls playing today can really find themselves hiding in, really planning their next strategy of attack.
Absolutely, and as you can see here in the fly-through, you did mention Times Square, but let's also just call attention to the absolute attention to detail in this map. We've got Times Square, we've got the skyrise buildings, and that doesn't even touch on the subway that we touched on earlier, Laws. As you can see, there's mascara, Maybelline tubes, and you will see that become a repeated power-up gadget in the game. We've got, gosh, we got a bunch of them. Tell us about it, Laws.
Yeah, so we have 3 special power-ups in this map, and all 3 of them are based off of 3 of Maybelline's iconic mascaras. So first up is the one you will see in yellow. Now that is the Colossal Curl Bounce, and what that will give our players today is a low gravity boost. Following that, we have the pink item, which is the Sky High Lengthener, which will give them a speed boost. And as we follow Paladin Amber jumping in, the third is the Falsies Lash Lift, which will be purple and give them a forward lunge. And here we are into the game, finally, looking at our gorgeous gal, Paladin Amber, and on to Telethal. So we've all dropped in, everyone is finding their way out around the map, figuring out what are they going to do first?
Let's touch on some of the skins that are being used in this game. I can already see a couple of sweaty skins coming in.
Sweaty skins?
Sweaty for if you guys are tuning in at home.
And straight away, Paladin Amber is out.
Wasn't using a sweaty skin, that's
that is
why.
Heartbreaking.
But skins do play a contributing factor in this game. If you're wearing something that's form-fitting and that's blending into you, you're going to hide better in the map, you're going to be harder to hit. And as you can see, Paladin Amber was taken out by Fastbee. Fastbee being one of the, I guess you could say, like most probably popular Fortnite creators in ANZ.
Oh, 100%. I think she's at the forefront of Fortnite creation in ANZ, and you can see her using one of her friend's skins, Laser Beam's icon skin, and she's teamed up with Oasis, and I honestly think, if I'm talking personally, I think Fastbee and Oasis are in it to win this. I am putting them as one of my front runners for the winners for today. So they've got their strat straight away. I mean, Fastbee has found a spot up high. She is not moving yet.
The sound cues have Fastbee actually running around trying to find it. You can see right now that we have the Falcon. The Falcon, for anyone who isn't familiar with in Fortnite, is a gadget that can pick up items and scan for enemies in the area. So Fastbee actually got that audio clue knowing that someone is around her and is using this gadget to find out who they were, and she will ping that person. She hasn't quite figured out where she is, but as you can see, she's in a very comfortable spot. Her teammate Oasis actually has no shield, is on quarter amount of health left, and they are not near each other, so they're not able to back each other up.
No, so as we've switched over to Telethal, she has found herself in a little corner. She's down on the floor rather than up high, and she has seen one of the power-ups, which is the Colossal Curl Bounce, which will give her a low gravity boost if she grabs that, which if she collects a couple of those could give her a big advantage in this game.
Absolutely, and as we're seeing in the POV, collecting these mascara tubes are going to give you such a tactical advantage. You're going to be faster, you're going to jump higher, you're going to be harder to hit, and you're going to be harder to kill. And that's what, you know, it's all about in this game, is getting the competitive advantage. As you can see here, she does have a DMR and a submachine gun, and she is struggling to find any chests to basically give her the weapons that she's going to need for late game, but she is full shield and she is full health.
It definitely seems like she's trying the strat of she is going to rat it out. She looks like she is simply looking for items, exploring the map a little, staying on the ground, maybe going into secret little corners, as we switch over to Team Chopsticks and Hey, I'm Natalia, who have done the opposite. They're up high and they seem to be on the hunt as they begin a fight on top of the buildings.
And the pings will go out, and this is what I wanted to touch on later when we go on the map, is that my anticipation and that basically what we'll see round after round is that these players are going to quickly figure out that the high ground is the advantage. The high ground gives you full visibility of the map. You're able to rotate actually really easily between the buildings. And these players that gotta run into the circle and don't have the height to jump on a building using the jump pads, they're gonna be left stuck. But as you can see here, we've got Mopguard and Oso opting out for the high ground. Haven't seen anyone in the subway quite yet, but as you can see, she does have a purple assault rifle. If you don't know, Laws, actually.
I don't.
You
Please,
don't? Oh, you
tell
don't?
me.
Just you straight up don't? Like, you're like, I don't know anything.
What are you going to tell me? I'm very
I was
interested.
going to tell you that in Fortnite, you have different colored weapons. And
Yes.
basically, you have the same weapon, but different colors. So you've got uncommon, you've got legendary, you've got epic. What she has there is a purple epic, gosh, what is it called? Red Eye Assault Rifle. And as you can see, she will spot a player. She will spot a player, but it will just narrowly get out of her grasp.
As she throws a couple nades, I think she's doing the right strat there, keeping her high ground, waiting to see how the game progresses, because this is still the first round of 5. We don't know what everyone's strat is yet. We don't know where people are hanging out. We don't know how it's going to progress.
Absolutely.
As more shooting goes on around her.
And we're down to the final 8 teams. As you can see, we are getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're about halfway through, and the zones are being called in.
Oh, and this is one of my favorite places to hide out when we were playing Chels. Up on these little pieces of steel, it feels like you can get a really good angle on everyone down below you. If you're good at shooting, you know, this is a good spot to be. If you've got your snipers, if you're kitted out, you're sitting pretty up here.
Absolutely, and as you can see, Hey, I'm Natalia, and her teammate, Chopsticks, has quickly figured this out, and they are going to wait it out. They are going to try and get the
straight up
placement.
chilling.
They're chilling, and this is the thing. There's no fall damage in the game, so even if they fall off, no big deal. They just
Jump straight back
jump
up.
straight back up.
And that's the thing, those little squares that you can see around the map with the square sparkling colors around the edge, those are your jump pads. So those are what the women will be using to get high up on those towers, and using those Colossal Curl Bounce, the yellow power-ups will get them up there, up higher, away from their adversaries much quicker.
Absolutely, and you will see that Jack has actually
sneaky
found
spot.
a nice little spot on
We
the
love
outside
that.
of the ring, and she's misted up. She is going to be playing this for the long haul. She is going to be playing those outer ring areas because she knows she could just heal up afterwards, and you can hear some team fighting going on in the background, but as you can see in our POV, she's just gonna avoid it. Avoid it at all costs, because why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? I think that she's made a good decision. She's sitting at the end of the storm. She's going to move in with it as it slowly makes its way in towards the map. But she's making the right decision. She's playing it at her own pace. Hopefully she doesn't get forced into a fight here as she makes her way in with the storm.
Absolutely, and again, she is opting to play for the low ground. And you'll be seeing if she's going to be playing circle, if she's going to be playing ring, she's going to be caught out by these high ground players. And as you can see off screen, we did have an enemy go down.
And here we go, we have a fight. And
Natalia.
Natalia is taken out.
Oof, that is rough.
That's rough. They had a good spot up there. If they didn't get taken out there, they could have taken it all the way to the end.
Absolutely, and as you can see, there is no kill feed in this spectator round, so we aren't able to see exactly who's being killed. We've only relying on POV here, but Panda, again, playing that low ground, doesn't quite know that up above her is basically just team match after team match.
No, and you know what I'm noticing as well? I don't know. Oh, and as we start a fight here with Pandas,
She will throw
throwing
out
out
a
the
grenade,
nade.
opts in for her assault rifle, and she's
and
spraying.
she's done it. She's absolutely done it. Right on the ground. She doesn't need to be up high. She has taken it out. And there are now, is this the final two teams?
We
Is
got
this
the
what we're
final
seeing?
2 teams, 2 players. So honestly, spectators, tell us where that other player
Yeah,
is,
where's
because we
the,
want
other
to
team?
we want to see them. We want to look at them. We want to know where they are.
It seems like as well they don't know about these power-ups yet. We've got the Colossal Curl Bounce sitting right there, unless she's already got the max 2 that you can grab, but it seems like she's just sitting and waiting. She knows that she has a chance. She could win this.
Absolutely.
Oh, as she presses her luck, making her way out.
She does have to move in, and she is highly aware that there is probably someone above her, so she is trying to find cover. The Excalibur ammo will go out, but she can find safety in this little gas station. But as you know, there is no destruction in this
and there
map,
it
so
is
she
from
will
above.
absolutely have to fight someone who has the advantage on her. So it's not looking too good for Panda, but as you can see, she does have her messness. She can't afford basically to play this out, but grenades are being chucked against her.
Oh,
but
and they've
they'll
jumped
opt out
down.
to-
It's going to be on the ground.
They will opt in. It's 1v1.
Playing
Will
the Storm.
switch to the SMG. She has 13 health down. Oh my god, this is
Who
shots
could it
after
be?
shots.
Oh, and Panda takes it out. First game goes to Panda. Well done.
Absolutely well done, Panda. Congratulations on being our first round winner. Again, what an interesting turn of events. There was a little bit of like absolute prediction that from my end about the high ground. I didn't anticipate that there would be this many players on the low ground. Do you think that they haven't quite figured it out yet, or you reckon they're going to re-strategize for round 2?
I think that could be it. I think a lot of people were just dropping in and being like, oh God, what am I doing? What can I find? Let's play some of the walls. I think a lot of people were just playing the Storm, you know, sitting on those corners as the Storm came in. Now, obviously, them winning means that they take 6 points in this first round. Whoever came second, we're unsure yet, has 4 points, and third took 2 points. So they are sitting pretty ahead of the pack already. This sets them so far above just after game 1, which is just awesome. That was a fantastic game, and we are going to throw to some replays if we have them.
Absolutely. There were some really great moments in there. And we also do have a player match, as we did mention previously. We do have players in the arena waiting to be interviewed. Just waiting on that now. But as you can see, again, like, there's just so much going on. There's so much to take in with this map. And again, we are getting the stats calculated in, so we're going to be getting you guys a little bit more of a visual representation of what exactly the placements and points will be like. Loz, how do you feel like that last round went?
I mean, it was interesting. I don't think it was what we expected. We didn't see people going for those mascara boosts straight away. We saw a lot of people stay on the low ground. It was a bit different to what we expected. I think maybe just those tech issues at the beginning had everyone unsure where to go. I think the second round will be a lot funner, a lot better. I'm really interested to see how it goes. But now, oh, here we go. We have some of the replays, and we also have Ilsa here at the casting desk with us. Welcome. So here we are looking at Hey, I'm Natalia. So this is what I thought most people would be doing, honestly. I thought people would be taking the high ground. This battle up high honestly didn't end up going in her favor, unfortunately. But in my opinion, this is the strat, right? Get up high. Yeah. Yeah, so yep.
Really well.
Yep. And what did you think of the map? Did you have? Sorry. Now that we've got her on camera, this is the lovely Ilsa. Everyone, she's obviously playing in this tournament. What did you think about this beautiful map?
The map was gorgeous. I haven't actually seen one quite like it before. I thought it was awesome. The New York City was so cool. Yeah.
And you got a good landing spot straight away.
I got
you feel?
a great landing spot. I was stoked. Didn't move.
And
Worked really well.
Absolutely. And as you kind of understand, like this is a 16 team player duo. It's very fast paced. It's really easy to actually bump into your teammates. What were you kind of expecting from the map? Did you feel like maybe it went really fast? Do you feel like you were in control the entire time?
It definitely felt like it went really fast, but I think that was just because I was a bit anxious.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I thought we might land together, but that just didn't seem possible. And I feel like we both agreed that we were going for a hiding strat, so it wasn't worth me jumping off the building to find her. And yeah, I think it was the right call.
What do you think your strat heading into game 2 will be?
It will be similar to the first.
Yes.
It will be hopefully finding another good hiding spot.
Yep,
Yeah.
good little rat spot.
Yeah.
And see if you can pick
Stay
people
up
up.
high. Yeah,
Very smart.
that's the goal.
Absolutely. And again, like while we do have a lot of these players playing high ground, did you actually have a chance to experience the subway tunnels yet?
No, I did. I landed and I did
You
not
just
move. So, yeah, no, I have not. I'm excited to see the rest of the map, really.
No, absolutely. And you know what? You'll have round 2, round 3, round 4, and round 5
Yeah.
to play around.
Amazing.
And again, adjust your strategies. But thank you so much for joining us on
No
the
worries.
cast.
Thank
today.
you. Good
We
luck.
Really appreciate
You got this.
it. All right, Loz. Damn, a lot to take in at that match.
I mean, again, I was just saying before, it is not what I expected. I honestly think Ilsa had the strat that we expected. She got up high, she found a spot, she picked people off, and now, you know, people have probably heard us talking about this. They might steal our strat. Maybe they've heard our secret little inside gossip, our little knowledge, and they might start doing the same thing. So we could honestly see each round from here go a bit longer each time, or like maybe the opposite. Now everyone is going to be landing high. There's going to be less options to get their own items, and we're going to be like forcing fights early game. Though honestly, I'm hoping we get down to the subways.
I'm hoping we see a little bit of subway action here. We did actually almost see it. There was one player that was right next to the entrance, but again, it's the first round.
It
You're
is.
still kind of figuring out, again, what's it like to not have destructible walls? What's it like to, you know, have no fall damage? I could still tell that. See, even some of the players in the high ground were a bit like, oh, I'm about to fall. Oh, girl, look after me. Like,
Yeah.
you got to res me if that's the case, because from that height, in a normal Fortnite match, you would have to get res.
No, and I think that's always the surprising part in going into these sort of custom tournaments is that first match trying to figure out the differences from the normal games that you're playing. And that is, you know, you almost want to be like, oh, I can't fall. I don't want to fall. But even if you did, you'd be fine.
Babes, you'd
You'd be
fine.
sweet. You'd be good.
But like what I did notice actually is that there is a limited amount of treasure chests, and as if you're new to the game actually, or if you're tuning in and watching Fortnite for the first time, welcome, by the way.
Welcome. Hello.
Fortnite's such a fun game. But these treasure chests contain randomized drops, so you can get anything from like a really basic weapon to something that does like quite a bit of damage, and that's kind of what we're going to be anticipating is a lot of people who are going to find chests that have already been opened that they can't get weapons from, or just kind of putting it up to RNG.
And if you were playing in this match, what would the loadout that you would be seeking to have
See,
be?
I'm not a professional Fortnite player.
No, but
I'm
speak to us as Chelsea.
Yeah,
What would
yeah.
you like?
I am a comfort creature, so
Yes.
I would personally opt in for something that has a bit of long range and short range. So your short range weapons are going to be like your shotguns, your SMGs. Perfect for a map like this because you're probably going to be running into some enemies. But then I would opt in for maybe like a sniper DMR.
Yeah.
Something that is really long range, automatic bullets. So you don't have to worry about with a regular heavy sniper having to reload after you miss that shot. Because
Yeah.
God knows I miss those shots. That's kind of what I'd be opting in for. But I did see Fast Feet earlier on with the Falcon, and I think that's going to be a really underutilized weapon in this map. I really want to see more of these players pick it up because it is a small map. There is lots of hiding spaces, and you have those audio cues to kind of tell you where your enemies are, but you don't know the map. Perfect kind of gadget, the Falcon.
That's it. I thought it was such a good introduction to the game straight away, is seeing her utilize one of the non-weapon items. And straight away, you know, she got into kind of like the middle ground of one of the towers, and she found a really useful item, and she heard those audio cues and used that Falcon to seek out who was near her. And honestly, if it gets used more often, especially, again, as I said earlier, if people are being a bit ratty, to explain rat, that means you kind of sit in the corner and you stay there and you hopefully get to the end, you know.
You're
It
kind of
could
cheating.
help.
You're kind of cheating, but you know what? We're going to be setting up for this second round, but just before we do, we're actually going to throw to a quick break, and we'll see you guys back for round 2.
Can I trust you? Can I trust you?
I've been thinking, 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 I've been thinking about you. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me. 빨리 고백해볼까? 눈 감고 팬들 속닥 my confidence is shooting through the roof 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐 있으면 해 here with me 가득 심장이면 please tell me 빨리 고백해볼 때 눈 감고 말해볼 때 미치겠어 only you 이런 건 처음이야 너무 숨이 좀 나 I've been thinking about it I've been thinking about you boy yeah all I think about is you boy all I think about yeah all I think about is you boy all I think about 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover
Hello and welcome back to the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup. We have just finished round 1 and we are about to jump into round 2. Now as we do, let us tell you the standings. We have Team Summies in first place and we have Team Nurse in second and Team Veggie in third. And here we are going to jump into round 2.
Absolutely, and hopefully throughout the game we can actually see some of more of these players' perspectives because I think, as we'll see, we'll start seeing a narrative shape up and we'll definitely have some eyes to look on in this map. But as you can see, we don't actually have kill eliminations quite yet. We will be getting to those later on because I want to know who's playing aggressive. I want to know who's playing ratty. What are you looking at, Loz?
I mean, I'm just keen to see who follows in the footsteps of what Ilsa, who we had on the casting desk with us just before, said of dropping high up on top of one of these buildings, finding a good little rat spot, and eliminating people down below. But, like, they need to stop by that little Maybelline runway walk and get a little photo op because that little store is looking very nice.
You're right. There's absolutely a ton of fun things to interact in this map. There's the graffiti, but as you can see, there's a little red carpet to kind of welcome our players. And we've got like a Maybelline little like flagship store going on right next to Times Square. Ooh la la. We haven't been able to see it quite up close yet. We haven't seen any players there. But that's the thing about this map and what we'll be kind of coming across later on in these rounds is that there's a lot of like mini POIs, and we've kind of touched on that a little, but this is the Maybelline flagship store, which it would be one of them. And then we also saw one previously in a round where it was kind of looks like a bank. And this is a thing, because there's so many doors in this map, some of them don't open and some of them do open.
And that's the thing, that with all these little roads, there are so many little avenues that everyone could go down into as we drop into round 2, and we're looking at DQ1R, and they're going straight to the ground. They're going straight to the floor as they run into another player, another team, but they leg it.
Oh my god, both players do not have any weapons, and this is what you're kind of going to be seeing is that they don't know where the chests are. They're going to have to be competing for these power-ups as well, as you can see, like
straight past the power-ups.
Straight past power. You got to collect those.
Gals, you need those. They're going to help.
They're going to make
a
it
lot
faster.
late game.
Absolutely, and like this is one of the teams that I think is one of the teams to watch.
Absolutely.
I believe DQ1R also said that she was had played competitively before, and this is again like kind of the strat we're going to be seeing. That we're going to be seeing these teams come together to kind of utilize their shared resources. So this is one of the kegs that will give them full shield. Mousy did take quite a bit of damage though, as on 17 health, she will have to play quite subtly because she cannot afford any headshots.
And this is good. We can now see through the map in our spectator mode. We can see when there are other players nearby, so we know when the person we are spectating is about to get attacked. Now, what I want to ask you, Chelsea, you were talking earlier about sweaty skins. The team you were just looking at and the team we are looking at now all have the same skin. Does this follow that narrative of one of those FNCS sweaty kind of skins?
Honestly, I haven't seen this skin before in FNCS. It was more of like the body morph suits that you'll kind of be seeing. They're kind of white, they're kind of black. Oh, there are definitely quite a few players that are playing with those skins. But as you can see, FB Mousy has no teammate. She has no teammate, and her health was basically non-existent, but she does have full shield. We are back to DQ1R. She only has a pistol and a shotgun, so she's got a bit of range on her. But as you can see, her #1 ultimate goal is to find a chest to build out her loadout, and she can't afford to kind of roam around on the streets right now because she does have full health and full shield.
That's it. That seems like it's her agenda right now, just making her way around on the floor between those buildings, making sure no one can see her, but trying to get those items as we switch to this above looking down view, which is what we think is the strat to do. So if you've got a good loadout up here, you can really pick people off as they run between the buildings, try to get up their loadout.
Yeah, and as you can see here, Jacques Oulala has quite the loadout, a legendary assault rifle and remote detonation. Assault rifles, though, are mid to long range at best with not that much scope, though. So we'll see how she kind of fares on the high ground with that. Like, she can't really get accurate shots, but you will see Katari bump into another flight, and she will use the jump pad to get away. Chopsticks with full amount of health. Katari is not looking well.
Chopsticks following in her footsteps, jumping up high. It seems like they're both escaping. Oh, and we see Katari get taken out.
She got eliminated by Jackson. Well, this is what I was saying. If you get that
pick 'em
high
off.
ground, you can get third-partied. And third-party is essentially when you're in a team fight, you're fighting another player, and like, what the hell? Another player just came in and killed me.
Got me?
Yeah,
How
exactly.
dare they? You weren't even part of my original fight, and now you're here. Very rude.
It's very common in Fortnite for that to happen. So you gotta kind of have a balance between aggressive gameplay, picking your team fights, and knowing your surroundings. And as you can see, Jack here, Jack here has the high ground. Jacques. She does have a keg with her as well as a pistol, so she does have a little bit of accuracy. The pistol, in my opinion, is one of my favorite guns. It's got high recoil, high fire rate, and is pretty accurate. And she did get a couple of pot shots from Chopstick as well. Chopstick, as you see in the map, is on the high ground, but rotating and hiding behind some of these buildings.
And would you be able to tell us, Chelsea, what is that item that she had in the middle there?
She actually had a remote detonator, so basically you can throw it down and make it explode from far away. I think you can also use to basically remove yourself from really sticky situations. You can kind of close on your enemy.
As Chopstick takes someone out, honestly, unsurprising from Chopsticks. Another one who I'm looking forward to seeing play in this match. I think she's going to do a fantastic job. She seems to be playing quite aggressive in this match, moving around the map, really not sitting still. She knows what she wants to do. She knows... Oh! Are we going into the subway?
Are we getting subway? Kind of, not really.
Falcon?
Come on, Chopsticks,
Oh,
come on.
she's away. She's gone.
She
She's
will
outies.
get scared away from the subway, but we
Chopsticks, please.
almost got a glimpse, so we will see her getting in a team
Oh,
fight.
and the pot shots from above.
The pop shots from above from Jack, as she tries to get Chopstick, will remove her entire shield, but will not opt in to finish her off.
And you can see from above the other team of Ilsa. Oh, as she jumps up and she's chasing.
She's basically, she's like, I want that kill. I know where you are. I know I got your shield. You're white, which is essentially when you're white in Fortnite, you have no shield and you're all health, which means you're easier to kill. She couldn't quite find her though, so she will opt in to return to the high ground. But why not? You've got
and here she goes. She's picking her off again.
Why not? Like, why wouldn't you opt in for this strategy? Because you got the K, you've got a great range of mid to short range weapons. And as you can see, her teammate is down, Summy, so she's kind of got to fend for herself here.
And it does seem like, from what we can see, everyone down on the ground seem to just be rotating, obviously trying to get up their own loadout, their own kit, as she takes another few pot shots. I think this is such a good strat. She's just going to be taking everyone down. Eventually there'll be a fight somewhere down on the ground, and she's just going to third party. And, oh no. And this is exactly what I'm saying. Here we
have
go.
to move in. She was playing outer ring, but ultimately got called out. And Taylor Morgan absolutely just got deleted from the map. Rapture is raining.
Oh, here we go. No shield
from
left
above.
on Rapture. Straight into the building, trying to hide as we move over to Kavi, who has that same strat, is down on the floor, kind of moving slowly with the storm. Oh, as Chopstick goes aggressive, jumping up and takes her out. And she gets taken out herself by Audacity. Oh, God, what a conundrum.
Oh my god, that was absolutely some fast-paced playing there. As you can see, like, you know, you can be up there, you can hide all you want, but as like Audacity, Chopstick, they're going to come for you. They're going to make you feel uncomfortable up there. And as you can see, we're seeing like all of these players opting in to play the low ground.
That's the thing, because you can be punished if you want to be aggressive. It seems like Chopsticks made the decision of, you know, I'm going to go in, I'm going to kill her. I see Jacques sitting up there by herself, and she made the decision. She was successful, but she had someone else on her tail who followed up on her aggression and punished her for it.
Absolutely, and you can see Team Nurse of Death. She actually has been eliminated from the map, and her counterpart Pandas is only one left. There is 4 people left in this round as well, and so you can see she's playing it slow. She's taking her time. Let's kind of rotate over to KK, see what she's doing as well, because I don't think I've seen her on the map before. She does have a legendary, I think that's an assault rifle, hiding within a, yep, there you go. She will pick that up. Oh, it was a shotgun. She has a couple legendary weapons, so she's fully equipped for damage. She's waiting for someone to come through, and that's exactly what's going to happen when this next ring goes down.
And I think she's got such a great position there. She's got cover. She's hiding behind this box, but she's also right next to a jump pad. So she has so much maneuverability here. The moment anyone comes around with that shotgun, she can bop them right in the head and jump away so they can't hit her back. And she can play a really maneuverable game around them, provided she's got the skills for it.
Absolutely, and she doesn't need that epic heavy rifle next to her. She doesn't need that.
She does not need it.
She's got her...
Ooh, she makes the move.
She's got her shotgun. She's got her SMG. She's just going to quietly wait this out. We actually haven't seen anyone opt in for some of the hiding spots. Like, again, there are these tight corners where you can kind of hide and wait things out, but there's this one particular hiding spot that's actually in the
massive
massive
she spotted
car
Kavi
tube.
as they try to move across the map. Almost entire shield gone, but they've jumped up high. As KK is almost putting herself into the line of fire as she tries to chase.
Absolutely, and KK and Carvey are about to get into a team
1v1
fight.
here.
But KK does have the advantage, and she is on the high ground, but will fall down and will ultimately keep probably rotating this play zone and get Carvey. Carvey did not expect that.
Well, she moves back into the storm.
Did not expect that. She was absolutely just trying to bide her time with the shield, but as you can see, KK is just taking names. She's playing super aggressively. Her and Panda will opt in for a team fight engage. KK does not have any shield left, down to 6 health, and here we go. Hey,
well
we got
done.
an in-venue win. Let's go.
Well done, Pandas. That is 6 points for her team, putting them up nice and high on the scoreboard. Well done, girls. That was a really entertaining match. I really enjoyed that one. That was so much varied gameplay. Not what I expected. I thought we'd see a lot more people high up, a lot more people taking those mascara boosts, but you know, we saw a lot of ground gameplay. We saw a lot of rotating between buildings. I think people just trying to find good spots to rat it out towards the end.
I love it because what I initially guessed was that, oh, the high ground is where all the actions were going to be. And it is kind of true, but you are seeing these players be a little bit aggressive about it. It's like, you're not safe there. I'm going to come for you. I'm going to chase you down. And we did see kind of that gameplay come in and out and in and out. I'm so excited. There's going to be some excellent replays, and I can't wait to dive into those because there were some definite moments in those games that I think were absolutely like defining.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the replays when we get to them. But besides that, we do have someone joining us on stage who we have here at the venue. We do have Taylor Morgan about to join us. When she's all set up on the microphone, she'll be ready to have a chat with us. But till then, that was such a great match. I really enjoyed seeing the way everyone moved around. It was a good time.
Absolutely, and welcome to the Taylor desk.
To the Taylor desk.
Welcome.
That would be lovely.
Welcome to the desk, Taylor. How did you go in that round, by the way? We didn't see much of your POV.
Yeah, no. Ilse and I managed to land together, which we didn't do in the first one, and we hid for actually quite a long time. We both made top 10, and then we were kind of like dangling on the edge and got absolutely mowed down, but we played together.
Oh, sorry. Absolutely. And I was going to say, do you feel like you had a little bit more confidence going into this round?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the first one we got separated quite quickly, and it was a bit like we didn't know what to expect, but like I think we went in with a bit more of a game plan. It definitely worked.
Do you guys think that you will follow that same plan game plan going into game 3? I know that speaking to Ilsa, she said, we think we might stay high up for game 2, but
Yeah.
I did keep noticing on the corner of the map you guys were kind of rotating around the
Yeah.
bottom.
We got quite unlucky with the circle, so we were kind of forced to move.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably take advantage of it, like trying to get as many weapons as we could, because we only really had like rifles or like shotguns. So probably move around a little bit more.
We hope to see it. It'll be fun to see you guys get into a little couple battles.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us on the desk.
Thank you so
on
much,
the Taylor
Anthony.
desk.
Thank you on the Taylor desk. Yes.
Absolutely. We'll send you back for game 3 as we hopefully get into a couple of the replays.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
Best of luck.
you.
Awesome. And as you can see, we are going to the replays. We do have the Qatari's POV with her team fight with chopsticks. Now, this is great because you actually started to see the jump pad utilized in this fight. Qatari with only 2 health tried to get away, was almost to the top of the building, but didn't quite get there.
And I love this. I love watching Chopsticks play. I think she's going to be someone I follow for the rest of the tournament. I really think she's going to be nice and aggressive, as a lot of the other women I don't think are going to be playing in this game. I think she's going to be one to follow, though. I don't know what it will give her in ways of points, because, you know, she got aggressive last game, but that ultimately resulted in her being eliminated.
Absolutely.
As we see Taylor being eliminated there, unfortunately.
And you know what? We are absolutely blessed because we're not going to keep you waiting for any more Fortnite action. We're actually going to be jumping into round 3 and basically go straight into it. I'm so excited to see these players play. I'm so excited to see the narrative form. As you did mention, there are a couple key players that we are seeing in the POV. Chopstick and Jacques, that's it. I'm definitely Chopsticks fangirling for the rest of this. I am looking forward to much more of her POV. I hope she doesn't let me down. I love watching an aggressive player. You know, there's always room for the rat strat. There's always room to, you know, take your time, wait till end game. But honestly, I'm a bit of an aggressive player whenever I play any sort of battle royale. I don't like to rat. I like to just run in and have a bit of fun. So I'm hoping we see more of that. Absolutely. And as we get into round 3, I am so excited. We are kind of waiting for those standings. So we will give you an update shortly and let you know if any of the players that did come top 3 are actually in those standings as well. Because as you can tell, with the first round, you kind of had people playing a little bit more passively. But you know, might have changed with the elimination situation. And you know what? We're actually going to be watching Kate, one of your favorite players.
Kate. Beautiful little
Pronounced
baby.
Kate!
Which she yells as she falls from the sky.
And she's got the cutest skin.
She does. I'm really enjoying her skin. I always love a cutesy skin. Call that the woman in me. I love being cute in the game.
You know, and there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. Like, you know,
God, no.
I know, for example, it's like I cannot stand cutesy skins. I've got the Doom skin that we were playing with yesterday.
Oh, yes.
But I do like the juxtaposition between having like a tough skin and a cute emote. Like, I think it throws players off.
Like a cute emote or a cute weapon that goes with your tough skin, maybe like your fancy skin. Looks like Kate is taking the rat strat, as her teammate seems to be elsewhere on the map taking a bit of damage as we move over to Coco down under.
Yeah, as you can see, Coco and her teammate aren't too close together, but she is fully shielded up with an SMG and shotgun. KK is off map somewhere, and we will see Qatari get into a team fight as well with Mop Garden and eliminate her. There we go.
Well done, Qatari. She looks like another one to follow. She seems to be taking a lot of 1v1s and winning most of them.
Absolutely, and she doesn't even need the crazy skin to win. But as you can see, there was a flash, little red dot above her, which means that a Falcon did go out somewhere around this map and did identify where she is. Now, you won't be able to see this, and we don't know who the player that scanned her out is. Who scanned her out was, sorry. But she can't quite stay here because her position has been revealed.
So is Qatari, as she gets into a fight with DQ1R, who is another person in this game who we are looking at to take the win. Shotgun to the head. Oh, and Qatari falls in a 1v1.
Absolutely, and we're starting to see some really aggressive play. KK trying to get Foss live, but oh my god, they are actually on similar amount of health, and Coco's nowhere to be seen even with full shield or full health. They are trying to sneak around and find each other, using those audio cues to find each other. And absolutely, Foss unfortunately will get me taken out because KK did have the slight advantage, did see where she was coming from.
And that's the thing, in Fortnite, you have a good peek advantage if you can peek out the right side of an object. Because of the way your character is standing, you can get more visible range. So KK did have have a little bit of advantage in that 1v1 fight, as she could see her opponent maneuvering around the box that she was behind and really just get that one up on her.
Absolutely. And as you can see, she won the fight, but really at what cost? Because she had no shield left. Oh my God, Carvey.
Vasby
Good
is
Lord.
out. What was that, a 3 headshot? Oh
Vasby.
my Lord.
Oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. You know, you got to take it out.
We're in the subway. We're in the
We're in
subway.
the subway. It's sweaty
It's a
skin versus
1v1.
sweaty skin, and Telethal? I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Got absolutely eliminated by Rapture. Barely getting a hit on her, only taking 20 shield.
No, and that was awesome to finally see a little skirmish down in the subway. I imagine that once you get stuck down there with someone, it's fight or flight, and they chose fight. As we look at Kavi, who I would say is kind of doing flight in a certain term. She's found a spot and she's staying there.
Absolutely.
She ain't fighting nobody.
She's found a great position. She's got the the splash cans to increase her health and increase her shield if she does need it, if she does get spotted out on the high ground. She does also have a sniper rifle as well to kind of catch her opponents out. She's got a good range of weapons. She doesn't really need an assault rifle, but she will, honestly, she's in a smart position. She will, I think she just spotted out Oasis, but she will actually rotate to the low ground and try and maybe head down to the subways. Come on.
Surely the subway, as Oasis comes out of the subway and runs into Kate and Kavi, ready for a fight, as Kate is eliminated. Unfortunate. Back into the subways, our favorite place.
Absolutely. And as you can see, the subways, the zone's coming in, but Oasis actually does know that someone went down there and is waiting for them to come up. And this is where you can kind of also, to kind of sidestep for a second, you can see all these different Mascara Maybelline power-ups coming into effect here. Oasis will get called out though, and will be on the remaining
run.
17 health. Will be
Can she
going
bring it
against,
back?
will be getting taken out.
Unfortunately, the team of Oasis and Fesby are out for round 3 as we look at Kavi, who seems to be doing a hell of a job.
Absolutely.
As she looks down. Oh, the tunnel.
It's sniper v sniper, and we ultimately won't find out who wins that map. But as you can see, Paladin Amber is in the venue today, and she is playing. She does have her teammate available as well, and she is rotating on the low ground, trying to get that high ground. Has a great amount of weapons, so it makes sense that in this later phase, with only 10 remaining players and teams, not sure really what it is, that we're in the late game phase, that you've got your weapons, you've got your health med miss to kind of help with rotation. Back into the subways as well. We can see Carvey and Rapture are still fighting it out. The grenades will go out, and Carvey is in a sticky position.
Yeah, it just seems to be this 1v1. They seem to be in a stalemate down in this little tunnel. There are only 2 exits in and out, one on each end of each other, and it does look like soon the storm is going to move in, and that might not be very good for both of them. It's going to force them into the middle, into a fight, unless one of them can run away or kill the other faster than the other one can. Oh, as they try to move, Kavi finds a spot.
Rapture will ultimately push up on her. She is, and she will
Kavi
absolutely
get
absolutely taken out by a epic
takes
shotgun.
no damage as well. Kavi's on 4 eliminations now, absolutely wrecking everybody this round, and is doing it down in the subway. So like she's got the points for that.
And will she pick up that legendary sniper? We'll decide not to opt into it. Maybe decides that, maybe the common weapons and she has in her rotation is good enough for her. But she is in the storm, but does have Splash to help her get her out.
As Coco jumps up high, as we see that the storm is coming in, so they had to move out of the subway. Otherwise, they would be stuck down there permanently, and ultimately that would end in them dying from storm damage. So we see everyone, it seems like most people are down on the floor for this. Not a lot of fighting at the moment. It seems like a little bit of a stalemate. Oh! Just as I was saying that, we get into a fight with Shez and Kavi. Kavi's shield almost down, same as Shez, and Kavi's out. Shez absolutely takes out Kavi, who was dominating the match. Well done, Shez.
Yeah, and we're back on Jack. Jack has been a consistent player and
5
absolutely the top
eliminations.
5 right now, and has also picked up a shield as well. We'll get into a gunfight with Coco and eliminate her with ease. Absolutely deletes her. Jacques barely even, she took quite a bit of shield damage, but she's still got some left, and she's still got the chug slugs to top her off.
It definitely looks like Jacques is just absolutely playing these fools. Jacques has so many skills. Jacques could take this one out. carry a teammate for the win and win that $6,000 first place prize.
Absolutely, and there's only 3 remaining players, and Jacques does have to. Oh, well, saying that, there's
and
only 2
Chef is
remaining
out.
players, and it is Paladin Amber and Jacques.
Oh no, Olivia and Jacques seem to be Paladin Amber, who just got taken out. So this just seems like we're just gonna have to wait. This might be a slow one unless someone decides to be a little bit aggressive here. Jacques, if she turns around,
She could literally see the other
Yeah,
player trying to
she-
rotate.
just look down, baby
right
darling.
underneath. But that's the thing, when you put yourself in these positions where you're kind of playing that middle to high ground. You're also, let me just clarify, she is also blending in with her skin. The power up is the only really visual audio cue.
Oh, and
Will
she
spot
spots
out
her.
a player that is absolutely cracks the
almost
shield out of
takes her out.
and she's only on half health and is taken
wow.
out.
And Shaq's absolutely done it. Oh my god, she just dominated that entire game. What did she get? 7 eliminations?
7
Was that whole thing?
eliminations. It went so fast.
That was so good. And 6 points for her team. I mean, like, she's in the running for winning, am I right?
Absolutely. Jacques has quite quickly figured out exactly what the strategy of this game will be. And you know what? It isn't exactly just staying up at the high ground. It's trying to get the low ground, open up these chests, get the power up so that in late game you can ultimately find a place to hide, but then also have the util available to get into these team fights and not walk away with no shield.
And that's the thing, like, you wouldn't want to stick yourself anywhere permanently early game because there are only so many chests, only so many power-ups. You need to be moving around early game and collecting what you can. And, you know, whether that's down low or up high, she's figured out this strat really quick. She seems to have really good game knowledge, really good strategy. She knows what she's doing. She's picked this up so quick. I mean, she's killing it. She's doing a great job.
Absolutely. And we've got Fasfi on the desk. Fasfi, welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
Good.
good.
If you don't mind, Loz, I have the first question here.
Please.
You know, I haven't actually asked this question before. How are you finding the map? What do you think your favorite parts of the map have been so far?
Oh God, it's a good question because the map is very different to one that I think anybody's used to. It's such a unique map, but it's been very fun because every round you get to learn something new. But yeah, I think the power up and boost with the Maybelline mascaras that they've put in the map, so you can like layer them like you layer them as you apply them, is a great kind of way to change the game. I don't think anybody really knows what's going on. I think that's why it's so fun.
Absolutely.
As someone who's been around the scene for as long as you have, I think you would have been someone who's experienced a lot of this harassment. How do you feel when these events happen? Do you think, like, does this make you happy to see all these people speaking out against harassment and being here just to push forward this mission for Maybelline?
Yeah, I think bullying's been a huge problem within like all gaming, honestly. And the fact that Maybelline's coming together to try and strengthen the relationship between female occupying a space where they should have no issues occupying and being welcomed is such an important part. And having somebody as big as Maybelline to come through and do something like that is such a great step forward.
No, absolutely. And you put it so eloquently as well. Thank you for joining us on the desk, Fasfi. We love having you, and we hopefully want to see you, more POVs of you. We want to see you getting maybe that high ground. What do you think about those strats so far?
Yeah, high ground's always been a strong point in Fortnite. It is the game's mechanic, especially with no builds. But yeah, the boosts and the mascaras are, I think, a secret key to this map, though.
Absolutely agree. No, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And again, like, we hope to see more of you on the map. But as we get into replays, let's have a look at some of the big moments that happened in the game. Because is there anything that stood out to you particularly?
Honestly, I just loved every single moment that we got to watch Jacques. I loved the little chopsticks moments. I loved all this 1v1 down in the subway. There were so many good little 1v1 skirmish moments that it just made this match really exciting to watch, as you just kind of watch all the girls like get into the mood of the games, like pick up how the map is feeling, pick up all the just like the strategy.
100%, and this is actually one of my favorite casting moments from this map, is the 1v1 in the tunnels, where you can absolutely see Carvey clean up. And this is kind of what we wanted to see, and this is what we were talking about earlier on the map, is just kind of seeing these a little bit more of these aggressive plays. And you know what? I've just got word that we are going into round 4.
Absolutely, and you know what? I keep saying this, I keep using the word excited, but it's because I'm really genuinely enjoying watching these games. These girls are absolutely killing it. This is such a fun map. It's so unique. Like, how often are you watching tournaments of Fortnite where it's not just the standard map. You know, like it's so fun to see the mix up of no builds, but watching this kind of differences that you can have with the high ground, with the low ground, with all the power-ups. I just think it's such a unique idea. I think this map is awesome. Maybelline and Alliance have done such an awesome job, and we are heading straight into match 4 now.
Let's go, map
Let's do
4.
it.
And here we go. We got another angle of the Eyes Up City. Oh man, this tournament is flying through. I can't believe we're in the second last round of this map. And I know you guys are waiting at home wondering who's in the standings, who's top. I want to know, and you know what? I want to know too.
We wanna know too.
I'm actually like full on waiting to find out in round 5 where we're at, because there's just so many awesome game clips going on. There's so many amazing fights, and as you can see, the pulse will go out, and we will start to see those players drop down.
Oh, and here we are. We are on Fasby as she drops in with her teammate Oasis. Is Oasis nearby? Oh, she seems to be a little bit further away.
And thank you, my spectator, obviously
Yes,
hearing me
as
in
you
their
asked
ear.
for.
I was like, more Fasby, please. So she will drop and get a treasure chest right away. She has the pistol, she's got a shotgun, and she's got the grenades. And she is crouching to kind of remove her visual cues. She will pull out the pistol,
Oh, she
though,
sussed the
and
Jack
she's
straight away.
But she will eventually. Oh
She
my
takes
lord!
that Jack.
Oh my lord! With 10 remaining health as well.
She's done it. Oh
Jack
my god.
eliminated off the board. Fasby making name.
That's
Massey
gonna
also
hurt.
following up with the med mist as well. We'll get a nice chunk of loot from that. Absolutely amazing gameplay. Did not shy away from the fight. She only had 10
Absolutely
health
not.
remaining, so she could have just legged it out of there, but she decided not to, and she will be rewarded with a shield keg.
And this is what we love. You can see someone absolutely dominate multiple games, and then all of a sudden they will just get eliminated off rip, and then they're just out. And you just get to see everyone else have that little leg up, because that person with that same strat that they've been taking use of, using advantage of above other people, is now out. So Fasby has just given everyone in this game a huge advantage by taking out Jack, and that is just, that's awesome.
Yeah, no,
I'm so glad we got to watch that POV.
she's definitely creating a narrative here for herself, and she is also representing, is that the laser beam skin?
It is that laser beam icon skin.
Oh, love that. We also did see a couple of icon skins in this game as well. Loser Fruit was one of them.
Yes, Oasis had on the loser fruit skin.
Yeah, so they've got the icon team here going. And yeah, we're going to keep following Fasby's perspective, because honestly, she's just really taking this Maybelline POI and have just basically claimed it. She's like, I'm going to take all the treasure chests.
It's all for me.
Oh, there's a little bit of a legendary pistol. Sorry, not pistol. SMG. There's a little bit of a legendary assault rifle. I'll take that.
And Shez seems to be following a similar strat to Fasby. She's found herself in a bit of a shop front. She has found some chests. She's done her loadout, and unless she's moving now, she's just kind of as she runs into Sunny.
That player will decide Sunny to leg it out of there,
Oh,
and will
and she takes out Sunny.
will ultimately get punished for it, because this is something we've actually seen in a couple of rounds now, where you got these players hiding out in these like little storage rooms, and then ultimately getting punished because they're just like, they're not out there getting better weapons, they're not out there getting full shield and full health, so they're just kind of waiting for zone to go in and just hoping that no one sees them. But as you can see, Shez has having none of that. She's gonna punish you. Actually, you know, I say that she's gonna punish you, and then she does the same thing.
But that's the thing, like, she is making the good decision if she has a loadout now. So if someone else runs in and finds her in this corner, she can defend herself. Whereas, you know, you take the opportunity to hide in a corner and you think, hopefully, you know, the people around me that maybe I can hear moving around will navigate away, and then I can sneak my way out and get my kit up. But unfortunately, you know, if you get found out by someone like Shez, who is already kitted up, your strat's already GG.
Oh, GG, a little bit of gamer
A little
slang
bit of
for you.
gamer slang, a little bit of good
GG,
game.
meaning good game, but will take out her Excalibur rifle and will get a
Ooh.
shot onto Psycho, removing half health.
As we sit and we stay on Shez, and she's keeping up that strat. I think she's just confident in her ability to take those one-on-one skirmishes, especially as her teammate Paladin Amber has been eliminated. As we go up the top to look at Mousy, who's taken some shots herself and has decided, you know what, I'm jumping off.
Also invisible, but you know,
Oh.
that's not, you know, maybe that's a bit of a cheater move, but no, as you can tell, spectator mode is sometimes a little glitchy here and there, but as you can see, we will return back to Shez, go back to Mousy, never mind. Of course, the caster, whenever they say to call out someone, it just switches last second, but Mousy is with her teammate, they've got Med Mist, they got Shield, they're both kitted up, they're raring for a fight, we also are down to absolutely.
As Shez has found a team here, so she might lose out. That's it. She had to face a 2v1 there. So as good as she is, as kitted out as she was, as ready as her strat was, you know, she was left without her partner Paladin Amber. So she had nothing to do there except, unfortunately, face a 2v1 and take the L.
Unfortunately, round out for those two, but we will see Mousy absolutely unlock a legendary assault rifle. Great little item there. I really like actually the red eye assault rifle because it's got like a sight that's red.
A red eye dot.
A red eye dot.
Well, would you like to explain like what a red eye sight is?
It's just a sight. So as you can see in the middle of the map, you might see like this kind of shape formed, which is basically where as soon as you hit, that's where your shot is registering. So you can kind of have a little bit of a guide to if you're getting those headshots and where to aim.
That's it. So there's mechanics like aiming down sight, which is basically, so if you have a scope on your weapon, you can zoom in, especially if you have something like a sniper. But a red dot is really great because it really, without using an aim down sight weapon, it can shine a red dot on where you're shooting. So it can really help out when you're just kind of shooting wildly.
Yeah, and Oasis is actually running towards Alia as we go into a team fight where Veggiedor absolutely gets
out by
wiped
Coco.
out. I wonder if she actually ran into that room and didn't see Coco, because Coco was actually on top of a box of crates and probably just hiding in a corner. So if you're not looking for your corners, you're basically punishing yourself.
Yeah, running in with no idea who's behind you. And it seems like Olivia, she's down in the subway, but this is what I was talking about before. As the storm comes in, you get kind of trapped.
Hold on. Is she trapped?
Yeah, she's going to have to run out through the storm to get out. But this might be the strat, you know, a last minute, she's out.
She's out, but actually not fully convinced that that was the strat that she was going for. But she
found herself stuck.
She does have the Med Mist to heal her back up. Oasis will take pot shots onto DQ1R and Psycho, who are both playing low ground and are using the big shield, obviously, as a form of shielding. Oh, so DQ1R is actually using the map itself to block her from damage. But they know they got to rotate. They know they got to get out of there. They can't just hang around.
Such incredible map awareness for something that they're only 4 rounds into to figure out, I can hide behind this and not get shot. Though they're behind the same pillar as Oasis is just like, girls, I'm going to keep shooting. You can keep hiding, but I see it coming in.
The round's coming in. They got to rotate, but they did get a couple of shots on Oasis, and Oasis did retreat. And she came back. She's like, wait, where'd they go? Where'd they go? I'm getting shots behind me as well. You're a bit flustered, but there is fighting going on underneath. Psycho will get taken out, and DQ1 off-screen also got taken out as well.
So there are only 5 people left, and we still have the entire team of Oasis and Fast Few together. So I don't know what the rest of the 3 are looking like, so we don't know whether they are singles, but Fast Few and Oasis have a really good leg up on this game, and it's looking like they could really take this one out if they work out this strat well.
And Fasty, this is one of the hiding spots I was telling you about. There is a giant mascara tube behind you, and if you can actually jump into the mascara tube and hide in there.
Yes, you
now,
can.
it's probably not appropriate for this round because the zone is coming in.
Oh, as she shoots.
But
Oasis?
again, I was hoping someone was going to find it. Fasty does have eyes on Fasty does have eyes on Fasty. Fasty has eyes on Oasis.
And I think they've got a really good spot together. They are on 2 separate buildings where the other teams are going to be pushed in the little narrow area between them. So both of them are going to be able to shoot from above from separate buildings as Fasty shoots her teammate.
Shooting her own teammate?
Very BM. Oh, as Audacity is high up as well and has got eyes on Oasis as you see her weapon peeking out the side. As she barely gets a hit.
We'll punish her. Oasis does pull out the shield kick, potentially a little bit early, but is stuck in the storm with health whittling down. She needs to rotate in, but she knows Audacity is waiting for her. She does have something in her util, though, that is giving her health, so maybe she's playing the long game. Maybe she's just kind of waiting for Audacity to basically rotate. But that's not going to happen. She's got an amazing spot here. We'll spot out Coco, as Coco doesn't really have much where to go, much where to hide. Her health is going down.
Oasis rotates. She moves down herself. This looks like it's going to be an absolute blunder of a fight at the end of all 5 people left. 3 people remaining as we have Faspi, Pandas. Oh no, it's just Pandas and Audacity.
She's only got a pistol left.
She jumps
Audacity
down.
will jump down and eliminate her from
Well
round 3.
done, Audacity.
Oh my
That was a fun round. I'm saying this every time, but I swear every single round, new strats happen, different vibes happen. I'm having such a fun time casting this event, honestly.
And you know what? It's the reason why it's fun is because Maybelline, Reach Out, like all the partners involved in this have put so much effort into making this a fun, casual event. To not just spectate, but also play in.
It's been such a beautiful event here today. We have such an awesome audience behind us. It's such a good vibe. All the girls on stage are doing such an incredible job. And all the girls at home, obviously, everyone has their own stream running of this event going on. So it's just a really fun vibe. Any moments in that match that stuck out to you, Chels?
Ooh, honestly, I really liked Fafsy's earlier play,
Yeah,
and
me
one of
too.
the I don't there's no POIs names in this, but I call it bank because it looks like a
It
bank.
looks like a bank.
But she had 10 health left, and she was not scared from running from a team fight. She was like, I've got a shotgun and I've got good aim. And that's ultimately I'm gonna pray down to.
I'm just gonna do it, and she absolutely did. I mean, I loved that ending of those 5 people saw the storm coming in. They didn't know what was gonna happen next, and it just ended up in this total 1v1, 5v5. Everyone just was into the end, and it just happened. It was so fun to watch. As we have Paladin Amber joining us on the desk. Welcome. How are you doing?
Good. I feel like I'm about to fly a plane with these headphones.
Yes. Are you ready to take off?
Yes. Cabin
good.
crew, prepare for landing.
Prepare for landing.
Prepare for dubs, maybe. Hopefully,
Yes.
how are you playing in the event so far? How are you doing?
I am having a good time. And that's all that matters, because it's about the friends that we make along the way. And Shez is doing incredible.
Shez is doing really good. Every time she pops up, I'm like, Shez is here. She's killing it.
Her kills up there, you know? So
And what about you? Just sitting, having
I'm more
fun?
of a tell your teammates they're doing a good
You're
job.
like, Shez, I'm so proud of you.
I am. I'm like the proud mum in the background that's like, yes, get it, Shez.
And that's what this whole event is about, holding up your friends. Anti-harassment, and you're literally doing that. You're doing the opposite of harassment.
Yeah.
What would that be called? What's the noun for that? Harass
not, I
Yes.
guess.
Very nice. That's
Very
actually
nice.
the tagline for this event.
Harass not.
Hashtag harass not.
Harassment. Just don't. Just don't do it. But no, thank you so much for joining on the desk. As you said, you're probably here for a good time, not a long time. But as I've been kind of asking in these rounds, there's so much detail that have gone to the map, not just into replicating the DNA of New York, but also these power-ups and kind of how they affect the gameplay that you're playing in right now. But I want to hear what's your favorite part of the map so far.
The one where I stayed alive for longer than 5 minutes. Now, I like the fact that I think utilizing different heights. I mean, I'm somebody who's quite small in real life, so I like to be up as high as I can, and being able to sort of use those bounces to get up to different places, that's great. And honestly, I wish it was in the real game.
Yeah, you get to just kind of sit up there and look around and be like, my kingdom.
Yes.
Everything I see from here is
Everything that the sun
mine.
touches is ours, and then the
Exactly.
dark, stay away from.
Exactly. Don't look
Shez
at me.
is in there somewhere,
Yeah,
so don't go
she's
near
in
her.
the dark. She's
No,
having fun down
she's
there.
taking names, and we're like, oh
And
dear
you're writing
God.
them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember. Did you say you play much Fortnite before?
I like to play in my offline hours, so for me it's more like get in a car, drive around, look at the scenery,
Yeah,
Play
like I
some
said.
tunes.
Yeah.
Listen to the radio, because I actually think some of the radio options are actually really cool.
Me too.
There are some really good songs in there. I've
a good vibe.
discovered artists. Architects were one of the
Oh.
artists that were playing on the radio. I'm having a rant here. But anyways, thank you so much for joining us on the desk,
Thank
Amber. And honestly, as we head into round 5, I hope you stay alive for more than 5 minutes. I hope I see you in the top
Just
5.
one kill,
Yes.
that's all I want.
Fingers
One.
crossed.
You know what?
Otherwise,
We're
we're
praying.
putting all our energy to Shez.
Yes.
She's got this.
Send her the good vibes, she needs them.
Always.
She's
Setting it
carrying
up there.
me. She
Yeah.
needs the vibes.
She's got the vibes.
And I know our spectator is listening, so maybe we're going to be seeing some Palin and Amber POV, maybe casting a little bit of gameplay. So you got to give us something to cast. We want to see you fighting those teams.
What if I just stare into the camera? Can I do that instead? It is eyes up, so I could just stare, and that's perfect.
Yeah, that'll be
Beautiful.
enough. Surely.
Eyes up, harass, don't.
Yes, that's
Hashtag
perfect
harass not.
tagline.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck for game 5.
Thank
Surely
you.
you'll do a great job.
Catch you later. And as we head into the replays, we can see my favorite moment of the game, which is Fast Feet with 10 health, absolutely eliminating someone, and Shez also being like, you ain't gonna hide in here. I'm gonna take you out.
As we watch Shez, as we were just talking about, I'm so excited to see Shez in this next game. I really hope she does well for Amber and her team. It's going to be a good last match. I'm really excited for it. I hope we see a really good last circle like we did just now. We saw some really cool strats. We saw a couple teams there at the end. I hope we see a couple more teams survive to the end in match 5.
Absolutely. And we will have a bit of a break between our final match, figuring out who can get in the points, who can get in the placements to win the Maybelline Eyes Up Cup. I'm super excited to get into this round 5, but we'll be back and we'll keep you waiting. We've got a little bit of excitement more on the way, so jump in soon.
As we're now going, even after we threw it off to the break, here we are. Chels, harass not. What does that mean to you?
If we could get real for a second.
Yeah, let's get real.
I just been loving I've been loving the positive energy in the room. And one of the positive things is sometimes having a break and taking a break, which is what we'll be going into right now.
Right now.
Searching, ever searching, though the fate came long ago. Calling, hear them calling, new horizons. Speak to me. Waiting, I'll be waiting for dawn's sweet rain to come again. Bring it up, coming up. In 2 seconds, I'm running. Top private, quick kiss in his cheek. Running, fighting sins. Giving it up.
Welcome back to the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup. You're watching round 5, final round. We're so happy to have you back. Can I hear some cheers from the audience? Can I hear some noise? Maybe might pick up on
Round
mic.
5.
There you go. And the crowd goes mild. No, I'm kidding. We're in round 5. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of momentum. And we know we've been keeping you quite in the dark about the standings. So let's just get it over with. Let's throw the standings and let's let you guys know at home where everyone's at.
Ooh, so in first place, we've got Team Nurse. So this means, like, in the next round, you have one more opportunity to face let me start that again.
Go for it.
Place first and get 6 points, place second and get 4, or place third and get 2. So Team Nurse are sitting pretty at number 1. Team Sunny's close second. Team Coco down under a third. So there's honestly some people down at the bottom who don't have a chance to win today, unfortunately.
And you know what? It's not all about winning. Sometimes it's all about competing and having fun. And that's hopefully what we're having here today is fun and doing something different on a Thursday evening.
And that's what we love.
But also,
on a
we're
Thursday
competing for
evening.
$10,000 in prize pool. And that's nothing to scoff at because, yes, these women are competing for prize money. But then also on the same flip side, we are actually donating, or sorry, Maybelline and Reach Out are matching that donation prize pool to donate to an organization.
Maybelline is donating to Reach Out. Thank you, Chelsea. It's been a long evening here.
Oh,
We're
man.
a little bit loopy. Please bear with us as we get into game 5. This one is going to be tight. We've got our front runners, and I am very excited to see if there's a little bit of Paladin Amber action, because her team was sitting at 6th. So if they place well, they could hopefully get 6 points and maybe put themselves up in a 3rd place.
And game 5, final round. Let's go. We're watching Panda. She's opening chest. She's already got really like a good spread of weapons with her. She's got her SMG. She's got her assault rifle. She will be using her 2 shield pots to get full health as well. And as you can see, she is on the team with Nurse of Death, who are first in the standings. So we want to see them stay there. They want to see themselves stay there.
And that's what it seems like Pan is doing. She is like, you know what, I'm sitting down here. I'm keeping up my points. I am ready to win this tournament and take home $6 grand.
Absolutely. And these players actually don't know what their point differentials are. So they don't know, absolutely.
She takes out first.
That's a point for you. But they don't know their point differentiations in this map. So they're actually keeping the dark. So it's in their best interest to play it really safe this round, get some eliminations. As you can see, we've got Panda on 11 kills. Could be for the entirety of the rounds. Maybe someone can confirm that with me. But she is taking names, and she is accumulating the points. And Nurse, as you can see on our team, hasn't quite got full shield left, and we don't know where she is.
And that's the thing. So you are accumulating points every elimination you get. So even if you're, you know, as Carvey gets taken out, even if you're not winning every match, if you're getting some good eliminations, you're getting a point each for that. So maybe the strat in this last game is not only placing high, maybe you want to rat a little up high, it's also picking off those people who are running around down low, trying to move between each building as they get their kit up. Maybe Chopsticks has the right strat, keeping her kit low and just being like, I'm going to camp here and keep my spot, basically.
Yeah, that's absolutely the entirety of the approach they've had this entire tournament is just stay high ground,
As
engage.
Russia takes out Mousy.
Absolutely, and engage in the team fights that you need to because, as you can say, they're pretty high in the standings as well, so they can afford to have a bit of those placement buffer, I guess, between first and last place. But it's whether or not you want to be competing for 6,000 then 3,000, then
1,000. That equals $10,000. Maths, everybody.
Quick
On this
maths.
Thursday evening. As Paladin Amber, does she get a kill? Does she get her first kill? No.
No.
As Kate takes her out. Amber, we are so sorry.
Paladin,
Amber
girly.
is out for the tournament, but surely Shez keeps her going. Surely Shez takes them to the top.
You know, she did say before she is Shez's cheerleader, who is honestly shining in this tournament as
She
well.
is.
So, you know, she's doing her best. You know, she's going to opt out for that cheerleader spot as we follow Katari. Katari being one of the players that we actually have been talking a lot about in this tournament who's been doing really well.
Yeah, Katari's just been really fun to watch. We've watched her have a couple good 1v1s. We've watched her be really just like following up on things in this game. She's not sitting anywhere permanently. You know, she is like moving her way around the map and really figuring out what she wants to do and who she wants to follow around or target, perhaps.
Yeah, I feel like she's really methodical with her gameplay.
Absolutely.
And
And here she is being methodical in the corner.
POV, she does have those audio cues that will go out. She does know people are around her, so she's going to opt in to play a little bit safer as we rotate over to Oasis, who is obviously engaged in a team fight because she is surrounded by loot right now with no shield, but honestly the cream of the crop in terms of weaponry.
Yeah, it seems like Fastview's been taken out, so maybe there was a team fight going on here, but hopefully Oasis can snap up all these goodies that have fallen out of other people's pockets and hopefully place their team high still regardless, as she has swaps out for a different sniper.
Yeah, she's moving with the zone, and she's got the weaponry to do that. As you can see, hey, I'm Natalia and Chopsticks, again, playing the method that they kind of been playing this entire tournament. I'm surprised no one's kind of like really challenged them on the spot,
right?
because they have been just hanging around in this area for, yeah, again, the entirety of the tournament.
That's it. They've definitely taken advantage of these skins they have. They've found this kind of black steel, this black gravel on these buildings, and they're like, well, you can't see me. This is where I'm gonna sit.
And Shez, unfortunately, will get taken down. Paladin
so
Amber, your cheer was not loud enough. Unfortunately, you were removed from round 5. But, you know, this is the last round. There really isn't more to make up after this. And while we calculate those scores, these players are kind of taking a little bit slower, a little bit thinking about more of the gameplay that they're going to be providing, because some of them know surely they got to compete for points or compete for placements.
And that's it. We still have a whole team here of Rapture and Telethal, and we've seen Rapture do some pretty big schmoves in this game on all rounds as they come out of the tunnels. And we move over to Coco down under, who has no shields, and her partner KK is down. So Coco seems to be scrambling. Oh, as Chopsticks takes a couple shots down on PQR.
Ooh, and there's a rivalry team on the high ground with them, and they're just taking pop shots down under while you know, down under see Coco, who will spot out a player, but we are rotating.
We gotta watch.
Oh, there's so much gameplay going on, but Coco will take out DQ1R, and we will now rotate back to these players who are peppering Coco. Unfortunately, Coco will fall. And this is the strategy you want to play.
This is what we've been talking about from the beginning. You get high up, you just pick off the people down below, especially if they're already fighting. You know, you get that little, like third pop. They're already fighting. You get them, and what are they going to do about it? You're up top. They don't even know where they're being shot from.
Absolutely. And one of the leading teams, Team Nurse of Death, has one remaining player left, Panda Ames. They have the security for first place. Since we've last watched them, you can tell she's on 12 kills now, so there has been a kill off camera, which we just kind of briefly saw. But she has been pretty much staying in this area, using the treasure chest as a hiding spot, but then also potentially maybe using another treasure chest that hasn't been opened yet, because you could hear it in the background to mask maybe her movement.
That's it. She's been in the same place since we last saw her, but we do see that the storm is right behind her. So sometime soon, she is going to have to rotate and possibly give up that first place spot, as we see Ilsa getting taken out by Pandas. Well done. As Chopstick finds her, seeks her out, takes her aim. Pandas is going to have to rotate quick as possible to get out of Chopstick's side. She's trying to shoot through the glass. Unfortunately, you cannot shoot through that glass.
And Panda's in a sticky situation. Chopsticks knows where she is and will pepper her out. But Panda's got to rotate, and she will find this room to get some cover in.
Well done, Pandas. Chopsticks was not quick enough, as Pandas now has to get it in a fight with these other people who are down low. Telethal unfortunately gets taken out. Well done, Pandas.
Absolutely.
She is determined to win.
Chopstick still has her full team left, but 3 health with nothing to really top her off. So, you know, she's kind of got to like play it a bit
safe.
A little bit safe. Again, kind of how they've been playing it this entire tournament. We're down to 4 players left. Panda's still alive, but ultimately has half health left with no shield. So she's probably aware that there's people on the high ground. She's just like, I'm just not going to risk it at this stage because the placement that you can get between 3rd, 2nd, and 1st will ultimately be maybe the game changer for whether you not win $6,000 or $1,000.
And that's exactly it. I think a lot of this last round might be dragged out unless we see a sudden last-minute skirmish. Someone runs past someone else's visuals. I think this is going to be a bit of a storm-reliant round as we see the Excalibur sword get thrown down.
Throwdown does take maybe a little bit of health from Panda. She goes further back into her hiding area, but Olivia, is also on the right, and I think Chopsticks,
as Olivia rotates,
both aware that she will be taken out.
Taken out.
And yeah, it's a 2v1 situation here. It's not looking great for Panda, but ultimately she has secured her 2nd placement, and hopefully, you know, between 1st and 2nd, we're going to be able to see something going on because Panda, it's your game. It's game, girl. I'm sorry. There's no fall damage. You're
Jump
fighting
on down,
against.
girls. As they take out Panda and Chopstick and Hey, I'm Natalia. Stay as the final team of 2. They were both alive at the end. I think that was the first team to do that.
Yeah.
Well done, girls. That was an awesome final round. That was awesome, girls. Well done.
No, I was honestly super excited. I think Panda held out for as long as she should.
Panda did an
had a
incredible
strat.
job.
It played in her favor, and hopefully, while we're getting the standings, you know, kind of calculated at this point, hopefully she hasn't bumped her, you know, 1st place spot because, you know, I know Nurse of Death was taken out really early.
That's it. Like, we don't actually know what the point system is aligned up to yet. So even though Pandas just did take 2nd place in round 5, she could potentially still be the team in the lead. So while we get all that sorted out, we're just going to keep having a chat. We're going to look at some replays soon, and we are going to have a player interview in a second. But Chelsea, what a beautiful event this has been. This has been so much fun. We have had an incredible time with all the women here today. We could not have done this without so many incredible people. The team at Maybelline, the team at Reach Out, the team at Click, all the team at Fortress Melbourne. It has been such an incredible event as we welcome Foss to the caster's desk now. How are you, Foss? Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Yes.
You are. Good job. Good first time.
Yes, I'm so proud of myself. How has the tournament been for you? You get lucky last, so you get to talk about the whole tournament as a whole.
It was humbling.
Yeah.
For sure. Humbling.
Yeah.
Very humbling. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. Very different from actual Fortnite.
Are you an avid Fortnite player?
I thought I was. And then
Until
I met
today?
these guys. So I was like, all right, no mind.
Not really. Do you lean towards more of the no builds, or are you a bit
No
of a
builds.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's too many sweaty people in builds. I can't.
No
stand
builds,
that. So
gang, all the way,
all
the way.
Me too.
And honestly, you know, you're lucky last. You had the chance to kind of really take in this entire map and this tournament.
Yep.
How have you felt about being involved in this entire campaign so far?
Honored. It was so cool when Maybelline reached out. I just think that it's really awesome that a major company is sort of getting involved with this issue. I think it's been tolerated and accepted for way too long. So yeah, I was really stoked and stoked to just get out there and play, even though I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Well, you know what? Hopefully by everyone competing in this match, you know, you're able to kind of like reach out to some of these women afterwards and like, hey, you want to duo?
Let's stream together.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, ultimately, I know Fortnite for myself is more of a fun activity that I play with the girls. It's not about getting kills, although I like to play for kills. They like to do quests. But it's ultimately kind of the relationships you build along, and the 100%. Female camaraderie that we've seen here today has been absolutely inspiring.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us on the desk. Honestly, we would love to see where you placed. Where do you think you placed?
Zero.
Any thoughts?
At the
0 at the bottom? I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I would be shocked if I was not last. But yeah, someone has to be last.
Someone has to be last, and you will take that place
I will.
graciously. You will be lucky last.
I will take it like golf. Technically, I won. It's the lowest.
Exactly.
That's oh
my God, I love that.
I love that. Wow, positivity is what we need in this. Well done today. Thank you so much for joining us, Lucky Last. You killed it. Thank you so much. We will send you off as we head into the replays, hopefully, production team. Awesome. This one should have some pretty good replay moments as we see Qatari straight away, Pandas who just played an incredible game, such an incredible performance this whole tournament. But then we take a look at Chopsticks who also just absolutely wrecked everyone this game.
Absolutely, and I'm just ready to see who's come first, who's come second, and who's come third, because as you can see, we found out the standings actually at the end of round 4, and I don't know what the points difference are. I'm ready to see who wins. I'm ready to see who lost. Hopefully not, Boss. Hopefully we don't see her at the bottom, but as you can see in these replays, we've seen so much action, we've seen so much strategy, so much thought in this incredibly gorgeous crafted map.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest takeaways of today. How lucky are we to be able to cast such an awesome tournament, watch all these amazing women who are doing incredible things on their own, play in this awesome map created by Alliance. Maybelline have done such an incredible job with this tournament, and it's just been so much fun. I loved every single moment of this. The camaraderie, everything has been incredible. It's just, I don't know, I'm so happy. Today's been so lovely. It's been so good.
Honestly, and yeah, while we actually calculate some of these standings, because off camera, a little bit of behind the scenes magic, as you will, we do have an amazing team here at Fortress Melbourne who have actually been crafting this entire tournament format, been behind the scenes, calculating the scores, working hard, getting those replays, and giving us ultimately such a fun time on stream.
That's it. That's it. The vibes here have been so incredible today. And we are going to head into the announcements now of who took the gold.
Drum roll,
drum roll in the audience, if we may, as this hopefully pops up on our screen any second. And the winner of $6,000 and the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup is...
We don't know yet. We're going to keep you on the edge of your seat. We're going to fill in some more time, but we are getting closer. That would have been great if that actually came up.
Yeah, that would have been really great timing.
Yeah, we could have used that for a highlight reel.
Put that in my show reel. It would have been really great. But
yeah, no. But actually, while we're filling in time, actually, Loz, I want to hear something. Maybe your highlight of the event so far.
Ooh, I just loved watching the different ways everyone played. Obviously, like I said this earlier, I'm not a big Fortnite player. I've only played a very small amount. I tend to lean to other battle royales, but it was just so fun to watch some of the girls be so talented at this game. Watch especially Chopsticks, Jacques, Pandas, DQ1R. I feel like there's like 3 other names I'm missing who just did such incredible jobs. I love watching, 1, people be really good at video games, but 2, especially women be really good at video games. That is just like my fave thing ever. And Chels, what about you? Any moments that have stuck out? Maybe like spending today like on the desk with me or something was like your favorite moment.
Stop. How did you know?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. No, actually. One of my favorite, I already had a predetermined answer and it wasn't that, but no, I'll just say my original answer. Awkward. No, one of my favorite moments is actually just talking to the players. Getting their perspective and, kind of getting their thoughts on not just the tournament, the map, but also the campaign they're involved in for Brave Together. And we're not going to keep you waiting for long. We are going to reveal the Maybelline, say it with me now, Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup winner.
Wait, do we start with third?
We sure do.
Okay, the third place is Team Chopsticks. Woo! Well done. One of my favorite teams.
Amazing job, women.
Yes.
You have taken home $1,000 in prize pool money. Well done, well done. And as you can see, we've got Matt from Click on Stage, ready to reveal the giant check for number 1. So we won't keep him waiting. But can I please take the reins for placement number 2?
Girl, go ahead.
In second place, we've got Team Summies.
Well done.
Pause for applause.
And we won't make Matt stand there any longer. In first place of the Maybelline New York Eyes Up Cup is Team Nurse! $6,000 from Maybelline for an absolutely killer performance performance today. Well done, girls. That is incredible. Team Nurse are playing from home. That is why Matt's walking away with that big check.
Yeah, congratulations, ladies. Honestly, valiant effort, and we've even seen it pay off in the final round, where Panda was absolutely just slaying. That's the first time I said slay on the stream.
Slay. We should have said that way earlier.
I know. I had to just put it in
Just
there.
put that in last.
second.
Now, we just want to add before we close off, Maybelline also added a matching $10,000 donation to their partner Reach Out for this event, which we just think is incredible. So thank you so much to Maybelline. Thank you so much to Reach Out. Again, thank you to Click. Thank you to Fortress. Thank you to Chelsea, my co-host. We've had such a lovely time. Thank you for the influencers who are both here today and playing from home. It's been so lovely. Anything to add, Chelsea, before we sign off?
No, I've just had so much fun being a part of this event. And you know what? That's all this event is, having fun and meeting awesome and celebrating awesome women.
I totally agree. And thank you so much for joining us today. You can find Chelsea and us on social media, looking up Loz Copy or Chels Hotto.
_AU.
Hotto_AU. And we will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. Take a look at some replays.
I've been thinking, 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 thinking about you. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me. 빨리 고백해볼까? 눈 감고 말해볼까? 미치겠어 only you. 이런 건 처음이야. 너무 숨이 찬다. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about you, boy. Yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 다가가도 괜찮겠지? 다른 애들보다 내가 훨씬 단단하게 걸어가면 다들 속작 My confidence is shooting through the roof. 아무리 고개 흔들어도 난 네 생각만 하고 있을 뿐. 아무리 딴짓해봐도 난 너의 목소리만 들릴 뿐. 있으면 내 here with me. 가득 심장이면 please tell me. 빨리 고백해볼까? 눈 감고 말해볼까? 미치겠어 only you. 이런 건 처음이야. 너무 숨이 찬다. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about you, boy. Yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is yeah. All I think about is you, boy. All I think about is 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. 내 맘 아는 사람 손들어 하여 우리 눈엔 완벽한 lover. Hey, boy, I can sleep at night. So 내가 한번 해봐 이리 와서. Hey, boy, I can sleep at night. So 내가 한번 해봐 이리 와서. I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you. Break me down and make me weak again. After all, I called you my best friend. And I've been here, I know the story ends. With broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down. here, I know the story ends with broken hearts and us playing pretend. Break me down, down. Break me down. Break me down, down. Break me down.